Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Direct Asset. Today, we're going to go over the MOS Tactical Shotgun FOH ammo holder. How do you hold your ammo when you can only fit but so many rounds on the inside, right? So, whether you're wearing kit or even if you just have a duty belt, we have an option, but this component that we're going to talk about that does hold your ammo is primarily designed for a kit or plate carrier. Here's my plate carrier from Spartan Armor Systems. So, I'm going to throw this on for you. Do I normally run a shotgun? No, but I'm going to do this for the review. By the way, I did get white glove service and I did get candy inside my package. So thank you guys again. All right, so for me personally, I like a minimalist design. So if I were to actually wear this on my kit, of course you can see this my space is pretty much taken up in regard to my armor set. I can put my M9 or any pistol pouch. I got a tactical pouch for a multi-tool or possibly a flashlight, but I carry a flashlight on all my weapon systems, so therefore I probably place a multi-tool here. So a couple shells in here just so you guys can see. I actually attached this to the front just for demonstration purposes, although if I were to place this on my kit, I would have to remove this whole portion, which in that case I'm not very fond of. So what my recommendation would be is to, if I were to switch this out and just have a simple 3 AR design, I would like to have smaller incremental slots that I can either attach to a Velcro tab or that I can molly in, or simply a clip that you can clip on like so in regard to your system, whether it's here in your belt. Of course, you wouldn't have it up here, but I would like to see a uh, plastic clip for cheaper and reliability purposes. Maybe something that can go on instead of the Molly attached design. So, and also too, a lot of other people are becoming a minimalist too because there's so many options to choose for gear. So if you were a breacher, this would be perfect because you'll probably have this on the side of your kit along with other stuff, or the potential possibility of running it down your belt. Um, I if on my current belt setup, um, I would be able to run it down the side here, but that's not something that I'm going to be carrying around. I don't really carry around a shotgun per se. I have one available to me, but if I were to carry extra rounds on my kit and I'm not a breacher, I would suggest more of a minimalist design with a clip like this that you can basically take off and snatch on if they have space in the front right here, or if it's not on here, you can clip it to your 1.5-inch belt, which seems to be the case for a lot of duty belts, or make a 1.75. Um, that way it's versatile. This holds the extra rounds, which is 2 Velcro tabs here, and it gives you a total of 12. I like that design, however, and the stitching is very good, so I can give that a plus. It's very rugged. Let me see this here actually. Okay, so it's held on by another Velcro tab. Wow, that's tough. All right, so you guys secured that factor. Wow, that's, geez, whatever you guys got is tough on there. This ain't coming off, which is a good thing because people want that type of durability. So, okay, it's a double Velcro on both ends with the it looks to be it's stitched on this end here, so you guys can see it's stitched on each layer, which is pretty neat, as you can see coming off. So you don't got to worry about ripping it off, or if it snags on something, because you'll probably end up ripping the webbing before you can actually rip this off the Velcro, which is a good thing because you want durability. So that's a plus. That's a positive. Honestly, if it were up to me, I would do 3, maybe 4. As you can see the length of this here, 4, and give the options for doubles. So what I mean by that is I can have a set of 4 here, I can have a set of 4 here, or just a set of 4 here, or a set of 4 here. Maybe you can do a pack of 8 where It's cut like that, like an 8 pack, a real short stubby, where they can put on the back or back here. So in case they happen to find a shotgun or something with 12, or if they happen to find a 12 gauge shotgun, they have extra ammo in their back, so they can quick pull out, click, click, boom, right? So let's look at the functionality behind it, right? So we're coming up, right? Bang, 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 and you're gonna reload. Options here. You can take it out and then reload this way, and then press forward. But we're not gonna do that, so you always want to stay clear. Now, as far as putting them in, it was a little tight, which is fine. That means they're all going to stay in. Um, that's a plus. I'm not a very avid shotgun shooter. This was like my last line of defense, but I always carry a pistol and I always carry this nearby. Um, However, I would not have this on the front. Like I said, I would have this on the side, maybe the back of a belt. But for my kit specifically and a lot of other minimalist designs, I would create a minimalist version of this. Maybe 4 or an 8 chubby pouch able to stick there. That's my best recommendation. Here is a good idea, but honestly, unless they're just loading it this way, I don't see the purpose of the clip here. I mean, of course, it's to secure it up, like snug it up, which is cool. So that's an added plus. Um, but yeah, honestly, unless you were a breacher, which most people in the civilian world are not going to be, and even people that do use home defense, I mean, unless they built like a full breacher loadout specifically for shotgun defense, this would be perfect. But realistically wise, we're not going to be using all these shells here. And in the case that you do need to get your home defense set up, you're not going to have this kit on, most likely. Like your rounds will be in the shotgun unloaded, or you will maybe be able to grab your belt really quickly, which, if you had the chubby pouch and this was cut in half to an 8 pack, and you had your 5+1 or whatever your shotgun holds, and then you had your 8 pack back here, you can maneuver through and get at least clear the house. You can probably clear the house with 2 to 4 rounds, depending on your situation. But I'm also thinking of if you're traveling out and about and you're traveling along the city streets, or maybe some stuff's going down, I would like the opportunity to have at least a small pack of shotgun shells for the event that I may find one, which they're very widely available. I have access to it to then continue on to give the fight to the enemy or whoever the opposing force is by that moment. Back webbing here, very well stitched, very well done. Tabs are pretty tight. So a lot of positives there. The design is very well made. So I will say that's a positive. The clip for retention and tightening up is a positive. There might be a different design you can do with that, although if you're going to leave it just for this specific purpose, I would make another version of this to be a smaller version or a minimalist version with a plastic clip. That is my direct go-to. Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying to make these plastic, because sometimes what happens is this plastic has cracked in here, or it doesn't have an exact fit, or it may scar up the shell casing here. So therefore, this is bent or doesn't load properly, then it may misfire inside the weapon system, which is why I like the webbing here, to keep things soft and movable, very easy to clean. But I would not put plastic in here for that specific reason, just because there may be slight nuances with the shell casings and how they're developed from the manufacturer. So therefore, your safest bet would be this. So that's a plus. Your webbing, and like I said, the Velcro is extremely tight, which is fine. I do understand the preference of why this is here, which is like a second security measure to keep it in place. So that's fine. We can do that. But that's really all that's to my review. That's my best advice that I can give you for this piece. I would say make a second version, something that's more available to the civilian market. And even guys overseas for conventional warfare, uh, they don't always. So when we were overseas, they were very selective about what you got to put on your kit. Like if you had something extra, you could put it on. Okay. So for that specific purpose, I would like something that was a minimalist design that I can have on my kit while I got 80 pounds of other gear. And I don't usually run a shotgun because we had flares that we would use as warning shots. However, if I had to engage, it would be nice to have readily available. And there is other designs that have like a click push spring button to pop shells out. I don't think that's really necessary unless you're into like speed loading and stuff like that. But like I said, for the average user, I think that would be your best bet. As always, being asked to have a great day.